Welcome back to 6 News at 10. Time to take a look at your weather. We're starting off tonight with a live look across Temple. A little bit of cloud cover moving in the distance here. Not a lot yet, but it is moving in, so keep that in mind. That's going to help hold in a little bit of heat overnight, so we're not going to be super chilly by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. 60 degrees out there. Notice those dew points now back into the 50s. Humidity at 72%, south wind at 13, bringing in more of that Gulf moisture. And again, we're going to try and use that a little bit later this week for some rain showers. Again, chances keep kind of looking slimmer and slimmer and slimmer, but we're going to hold on to a little bit of hope that we get a little bit of rain on Friday. 60 out there right now in Bryan College Station. Again, south winds at 9, bringing in that humidity. Dew points at 47. A little bit more muggy, actually, in parts of central Texas than in the Brazos Valley, which is a little bit of a turn of fate from what we usually see. I'd mentioned the cloud cover moving in, and it is starting to thicken up just a little bit out there, and that's going to, like I said, hold in some of that heat. In fact, by tomorrow morning, we started off today in the 40s. Tomorrow, we'll be starting off the day in the 50s, so about 10 degrees warmer tomorrow morning than what we saw this morning as that cloud cover continues to stream in. Again, right around 50 degrees for most of us, and when you start off a little bit warmer, that helps you get a little bit warmer. Now, with that being said, we're not going to get a lot of help from the sun. That cloud cover is going to stick with us throughout the day tomorrow. Notice mostly cloudy skies for your Thursday, but when you start off at 50, and you've got south winds in the forecast, you know, good things are going to happen to us, and that's exactly what we have in the forecast for tomorrow afternoon. How about 72 in Waco, 71 in Temple, 71 in Marlin, 72 by tomorrow afternoon in College Station. Most of us between about 70 and 73 degrees tomorrow afternoon, which, by the way, I think is what most people set their thermostats to. So, yeah, it's basically going to be a very nice day tomorrow afternoon, despite the added cloud cover. So dry tomorrow, might be a different story on Friday. Notice I said might. We were a lot more confident early in the week. So let's take a look at what's going to happen for your Friday. So our latest forecast model runs, in fact, I have to step out of the way to show you this, have pushed that rain a lot further to the southeast. In fact, out of the Brazos Valley, according to this particular model. Remember, this is only one model, but we're still going to hold on to about a 20% chance of rain for your Friday. Some chances do exist as well as our next cold front comes through the area Friday afternoon, Friday evening. Here we are, 6 o'clock. You can see possibly a string of showers developing along the front, and then the front's out by 8:30. The big story with this front, though, is it's going to knock us down. We'll be in the 70s again Friday, but by the time you wake up Saturday morning, we're going to see temperatures all the way back down into the 30s and 40s, and by Sunday morning, there is at least a passing possibility that one or two of us could see a freeze for your Sunday morning before we're back into the 50s for your Sunday afternoon. So 50s this weekend on the heels of 70s to end this week. Here's your 7-day forecast. After all that is said and done, we move into next week where, by the way, those 50s will give way to the 70s once again. We could be close to 80 by the middle of the week. That's a look at your weather. Let's take it over to Ben with sports.